from behind, and also the operator and owner of Feely Concord Workshops, where I serve the Florida areas, all the way from Tallahassee down to down south. I too hail from the north side of Jacksonville. However, I am a Reigns Viking. Um, but I love the Trojans as well. My family, my mom, my aunt, my uncle, all graduates from Ribault High School. So, and we also are from Sherwood Forest. So it's good to hear that there are great things have come and great people have come from our own communities, and that we're serving well. But that's just a little bit about me. One of my passions is, of course, leadership and entrepreneurship. And thank you so much for having me today.
Yes, with this Black Girl Magic, it is Women's History Month, and I always like to put a little biblical flavor on our shows. Matthew chapter 15, verse 28, this is not the entire verse, but just a little snippet. It says, "Then Jesus said to her, 'Woman, you have great faith.'" And I also always like to just share with the people that this woman was a Canaanite woman. She was of African descent, a Black woman, and basically she wasn't of the tribe of Israel. However, she believed in the God of Israel, and her passion and her goal was to get her daughter to be able to fulfill the potential that God had placed within her. And Jesus said, "Great is your faith." And basically, there's nothing more I don't think I've ever met a more determining force when it comes to self-determination than a woman who has a made-up mind. And Jesus acknowledges this woman where he doesn't even acknowledge his own disciples by saying, "Great is your faith." And faith moves mountains, faith moves God, and faith moves our people forward. And I want to thank both of you ladies for representing that excellence in faith and excellence pertaining to Black excellence. So I just want to put that little snippet and a little plug in there.
Absolutely.
All right. And Miss Terry, yes, can you, Miss Nikki, if you could please just kind of like share with us your journey to where how you got to where you are now.
You know, I tell you, I don't want to mislead anyone and make them think that, you know, this road has been easy, this road from Sherwood, because it has not. It has been definitely wrought with prayer, supplication, grace, and mercy. The platforms that we're often placed upon are not always smooth sailing. Having started my career in the banking industry, with a little known bank, rarely spoke of these days, called Barnett Bank, but many of the older banking people who are still in banking remember, because that's where we all spreaded our wings. And starting there, but as the challenges you know, that happened in corporate America happened, it was sold. And I made a new career choice and went and worked for what is now American Airlines, and that international sector of travel as an in-flight services training instructor. And in that arena, I think that's when I learned about, you know, really who I was and who I was to America, who I was to Europe, who I was to Spain, China, and everywhere else. And once you really realize how others see you, that's when you begin to either take inner reflection and mold and remold yourself, or you want to make sure they understand they don't know you at all. And I think that was the shaping of me and myself, when I realized they don't know me and they don't know us. And many times after that 15-year career, coming back into the mortgage lending arena, I found that arena was often flavored and fragrant with people who didn't really look like us. So sometimes it's not their fault. It's just that we weren't given those opportunities. And because we are not given those opportunities, people don't always know what we need. So I was in that arena for a while, in the mortgage lending, And then the mortgage crisis came. And luckily for me, my good friend Ed Gaston had an idea to start a nonprofit to help people stay in their homes and keep sustainability. And
I got to take a pause for just a quick moment. Listen, everyone, you listen to the Impact Radio Show presented by the Florida Star newspaper. We're going to be right back after these messages. I got Miss Monique Terry-Evans. She got all them names, but she told me to call her Nikki on tonight. And we also have Miss Richie Graham, who's going to talk to you about leadership in a book that she's written that's going to change and empower your life after you order it. So we'll be right back after these messages. This is your host, Nahshon Nicks. Stay locked, stay loaded. All right, so even though we're on a commercial break, Miss Richie Graham, I want you to call out the website for the people to be able to order your book. Go ahead and call that out now.
Amazon.com.
All right, slow it down, say it again.
Amazon.com.
What's the name of the book?
The Art of Leading from Behind.
What does it look like? What the book look like?
It looks like this.
Ah!
excellent. Excellent.
Yes, and Miss Nikki, can you tell our folks if they want to know more about what you do, how can they find you?
They can find me on my website at www.suntrust.nikki.terry, www.suntrust.com/Nikki.Terry. Let me remember that. I've only been there 6 days. So
yes. Welcome back to the Impact Radio Show presented by the Florida Star newspaper. You just had a great interview from the new CEO of the Cummer Museum. And now I want Miss Nikki to talk to us just a little bit about the importance of home ownership and how does home ownership tie into wealth building. Can you share with our listening and viewing audience how that works?
Yes, Dr. Nicks. One thing that we all know is the path to wealth building is the largest investment you're going to make. Everyone's told you over the years it's been home ownership. And that is the path that's not blocked by many of the other obstacles that we may come into. And home ownership helps you sustain wealth, grow wealth. It may be the equity that comes in that property or the value that's in it when you buy it as the market appreciates. It will be able to move you to fund your small business, fund your not-for-profit, your vacation, your children's education. But a smart moves with that equity is what you want to do. You don't want to be house rich and cash poor. So home ownership in our market can be moved now with the interest rates the way they are substantially. And by entering into the community reinvestment at field of home ownership and mortgage lending, where I am community mortgage specialist, we're going to try to move more and more families into home ownership by helping them to utilize first-time home buyer programs, repeat buyer programs, and down payment assistance programs for those who weren't able to get into home ownership because of credit challenges or income and down payment challenges, which is normally the obstacles that we meet when trying to enter into home ownership.
All right, and if you don't mind, real quick, what makes you so unique in your role? When like a lot of times when people are discouraged because of bad credit, no credit, low income earners, can you talk to that audience for just a quick moment, or folks who are coming out of a divorce and like I said, their whole family dynamics have changed, but they want that fresh start or that new beginning? Can that happen through your leadership and through your guidance?
Oh, absolutely. Dr. Nicks, here we are. You said, why would they come and what do I know? Well, yeah, all those names that you just shared, they have a different story. So, we have the lady who was divorced, or the single parent. All of those names are Monique Terry-Evans, and the challenges that you face coming out of divorce and your credit suffering from those challenges, as well as loss of income. That's another thing that's going to happen in divorce. So you may not think you can afford anymore. Your credit declines, you have a divorce, or none of those, and you never married, and you just had bad credit because you had student loans. there's Nikki Terry. Student loans. Student loans is an obstacle to getting home ownership, but you wanted to get educated, so you got student loans because there was no money and no trust fund from your family to send you to college. And scholarships were available, but they were available and they never ever covered the full cost. So what we're trying to do is make sure we can aid and assist those clients who want to move to home ownership, those families, those individuals, those small business owners, by providing them information and access to our partners and nonprofit partners who help with credit, information and access to down payment assistance dollars. You didn't have the opportunity to save because you were busy raising your family and paying for school bills, so you couldn't save for a down payment. We want to make sure they get that.
Now, Nikki, you done hit all these different array of areas. How does our listening and viewing audience connect with you or connect with your department?
The Community Mortgage Specialist Department, the way they connect with me is really call or go to my website. And I'll be ready and available to assist every one of them. My website, www.suntrust.com/Nikki.Terry. Or call 904-349-3271.
One more time, call that number again.
904-349-3271.
Yes, and I want to also work with you with the First Coast Leadership Foundation, which is a nonprofit here in Jacksonville, because we're in the urban core and we want to see revitalization, not necessarily gentrification. Not saying gentrification is bad, but typically the people who are indigenous to those communities sometimes get moved and pushed out versus revitalizing by tapping the people in the community with the resources that they may not even be aware are accessible. So we're going to be reaching out to you because you tie into so many initiatives that are important to our nonprofit, as well as helping our communities become self-sustaining. And I don't want you to go anywhere, Ms. Nikki, but I want to talk about the art of leading from behind. And Ms. Richard Graham, can you please share with our listening and viewing audience some of the nuggets that they will be able to glean and learn from this book?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Dr. Nicks. Some of the nuggets that are very important nuggets. Number one, my readers will get number one, why must you first know that you are a leader in order to lead others? The second nugget that's vital is how to define your individual leadership philosophy when serving the head of leadership. And thirdly, guidelines and strategies that will assist you with artfully leading from behind with integrity, grit, and purpose.
Wow.
Those are the top three.
So all right, so this is going to be off subject right here. Now, I can't speak for you, Ms. Richard Graham, but when I was growing up, you always wanted to be the line leader. You always wanted to be first in line. I don't care what it was. Lunch, I want to be first. We lining up to go to the restroom. I want to be first. We going outside to play kickball. I want to be first. So, are you too, Ms. Nikki?
Oh yeah.
So, like, where does that come from? So how did you even come up with that concept?
Well, I came up with the concept. First of all, I am the oldest of 6 children. From a single parent household. That was my first experience from leading from behind. Everybody knows as that oldest child, you kind of have to step in when necessary. And then just to fast forward to where I am now as I serve in the assistant principal capacity. This role has allowed me to see how vital it is to serve the head of leadership well, in spite of whatever strengths that you may have. For example, leading the front of the line, all the kids think, I can lead the front of the line too, but you're not chosen to lead the front of the line at this moment. So you have to stand in the capacity where the teacher now can see that you deserve, right, to lead the front of the line, just like little Elijah was able to lead the line. And then you support Elijah in that process. So this book really was inspired to show those who are in subservient positions how to serve well, and so that they won't lose the leadership that's also within them.
Awesome. And I appreciate you bringing that out, because from a biblical perspective, Jesus says the greatest among you shall be servant to you all. And when it's all said and done, I would like for my legacy to be known as a servant leader.
Yes.
And I've actually seen you in action, Miss Nikki. I've actually seen this woman in action, and I would say that she operates in excellence, even if the spotlight is not on her. And I believe that God rewards all of us based on how we perform. And I'm not saying you need my affirmations, Miss Richie Graham.
Right,
but
right.
You make your family proud, you make your elders proud, and you make us proud. And I honestly believe that through this book and through your presence, that you're really going to help us revitalize our city and impact the young minds of our youth. And with you, Miss Nikki, and with Miss Richie Graham, and with this young lady from the beaches that's on right now, what I love is that you all are from Duval, and I'm pretty sure that there was opportunities where y'all could have escaped, per se, but yet you decide to stay here and be a part of the fight, be a part of the process, be a part of the growth. And I'm very grateful that we have beacons for other young ladies who are watching or listening, and our elders to know that their seeds did not fall on bad ground. Before we go on this next break, I need you, Miss Richie Graham, to tell the folks how can they order your book. And then after that, immediately after that, Miss Nikki, I need you to tell our listener and viewer audience, because with that CRA, I don't think that they know the full capacity of your bandwidth, but I need them to know how to get in contact with you or your department. Ms. Richie Graham, and then I'm gonna pass it over to Ms. Nikki. We're gonna go to the break, and we're gonna come back with Ms. Vanessa.
Absolutely. The Art of Leading from Behind, as you see here, can be found and purchased at Amazon.com. Again, the title is The Art of Leading from Behind, and the book can be purchased from Amazon.com.
The CRA initiative that we speak of is a total corporate initiative, and CRA standing for Community Reinvestment Act. And the pledge of the division which I'm in is to assist and move homeownership among our community. And we're going to pledge by making sure that our small business owners, our first responders, our teachers, our firefighters, our police officers, our veterans, our military, our not-for-profits, and all of those, even the small builders and developers are well aware of what's available. Often we are the last to know what's available, but in my capacity, I'm able to share firsthand what is available in the community, what products that serve the community, and what opportunities are out there for you. And if it's not in my capacity, then of course my counterparts, I'll be able to refer you to directly. And what that means is we're going to move home ownership. We're going to move our small business owners and builders into home ownership. We're going to develop subdivisions. We're going to do everything that's on our hit list and not on anyone else's. So, and that's what I hope to bring to the community of North Florida that I serve. And you can reach me at 904-349-3271 or on my website at www.suntrust.com/Nikki.Terry.
Thank you so much. You're listening to the Impact Radio Show. This is your host, Nahshon Nicks. We'll be right back after these messages. Okay, Miss Vanessa, are you there?
Yes, I am. Hey, everybody.
Yes. All right. Now listen, for our viewing audience, if they have a story that they want in the newspaper, how do they contact you so that they can be on the cover like Miss Nikki? Because she all up on the cover. She all up on the cover.
Vanessa!
Miss Nikki, I'm trying to give you, this is my applause right now, Miss Nikki. I'm holding my phone. Miss Nikki, it's lovely to see you. What a blessing to have you here. If you guys want to reach out to me, you can email me. You can call me. I'll give out my number, 904-385-0326. And my email is ATANI period AKOKANON@gmail.com. That's it's a
Welcome back to
Ghanaian.
the Impact Radio Show presented by the Florida Star newspaper. This is your host, Nahshon Nicks. You've been listening to Miss Vanessa just talk all over my intro, but don't worry, she's gonna get it on the outro. So once again, she was telling you how to get in contact with her. If you would like to publish your article in the Florida Star for her to be able to write your story, I want you to do business with one of the oldest Black-owned newspapers in the South. Promote your product, promote your business, promote your service, promote your event or activity, your church or your ministry, thefloridastar.com, thefloridastar.com. Miss Vanessa, give us some news. You got 2 minutes. Talk to the people.
No worries, no worries. Just wanted to let you guys know it's a jam-packed weekend. I know we all enjoyed the Bob Hayes track show this past weekend, but we still got some great things coming up. There's a dance party going on in Riverside on the 28th. It's free at 3 p.m. That's at Park Street in the Riverside area. And a sister that you've seen her face in murals around town, Ebony Payne English. She is releasing her new visual album. It's her 6th studio album. The sister is going places. If you know, you've heard her, if you know anything about the poetry scene in town, check her out. Also on the 28th from 6 to 10 p.m. at the main library. Also, I'm looking for some collaboration stories. You can find me at Twitter at ALKEBU1AN and tweet me your stories or reach out to my phone number, 904-385-0326.
Yes, thanks so much, Miss Vanessa, for those updates. All right, so I'm gonna pass the mic one more time to Miss Richie Graham. I want you to put a plug in for your book, show the people what it looks like, tell them how to find it. You got 20 seconds.
Okay, thank you again. The title of the book is The Art of Leading from Behind. This book can be found on Amazon.com. All you have to do is type in The Art of Leading from Behind.
All right, thank you. Miss Nikki, tell the folks how to find you. You got 20 seconds.
Find me at 904-349-3271. You can reach me there 24/7, 904-349-3271, or email me at Nikki, Nikki .Terry, TERRY @truist.com, TRUIST.com.
Yes, and listen, everybody, you want to make sure that you reach out to these women. They're doing some great things. They got some great services, products, and information. And basically, this is our time to shine. I really believe that the tables are turning in our city, and the tables are turning in our favor. We do not have the luxury to procrastinate. There has to be an urgency of now. There has to be a commitment for now. A lot of times, folks, they say shoulda, coulda, woulda, but this is not that time. This is your time. This is your opportunity. This is our time for ownership and control. But we also have to be developed as leaders. I often share with our youth and with our elders that our people can only perform to the level that they've been prepared. And I believe that with all the resources that are accessible to us now, that were not accessible to our ancestors, it's time for us to perform. It's time for us to perform. As I always say, knowledge is power. Knowledge of self is powerful, and knowledge of God is the source of all power. Please get up, get out, and support the Florida Star newspaper. I love you. God bless you, and good night.
Good night.
Peace.
Oh, and shout out to cousin Will. He 52 on today.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he 52.
What?
Yes. But listen, ladies, y'all have a blessed one now.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Take care.
Love you, ladies. Stay safe.
Yes.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.